Yep, perfect. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Girl, killing it. Killing the game, honey. Who's gonna win? You're gonna win. You're definitely gonna win. God, you look good.
How would you describe yourself in one word?
Humble. Hi! I am so excited you decided to tune in because this is pageant makeup and pageant prep interview questions. So I have done a few pageants, hair and makeup wise. I've never been in a pageant. So I feel like I have some pretty sound advice for all of you contestants out there that are looking to learn how to do pageant makeup, get yourself ready, and to answer all of those burning, yearning questions that they're gonna ask in the interview. The majority of the products that I used in this tutorial are Angel Samples Cosmetics. She is one of my very best friends, and she's really big in like the pageant arena. She's a photographer, does makeup, has her own line. She's kind of a boss. She's amazing. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you learn a little bit on how to answer these interview questions because they're tough. They're real tough. Look at this fabulous hair. I've never really done pageant makeup on myself. I mean, like I do like pageant makeup, like, and I do it like, but I never like made myself look like a pageant queen. And I must say, I'm probably gonna win. Sorry, ladies. So let's get started. I'm gonna go in with my Angel Samples angled brush with the spoolie on the end. I'm going to use Angel Samples Cosmetics brow pomade in the color Auburn to shape up my brow. And this is my brow that is not my favorite, so bear with, please. I'm adding a little bit more of an arch up here to my brow so that it looks similar to that one. I always feel like just winking with this hairstyle. I'm like, by adding more of an arch, it just kind of brings your eye up more. Now that the brow is done, I'm gonna go in with Angel Samples Cosmetics Concealing Cream in the color 101, just to kind of shape up my brow. And you can kind of see that it's not like super perfect. I'm just gonna shape it up. Watch. That way you create the kind of shape of eyebrow you want. Look at that, that's crisp. That is crisp. Now that the brow is shaped up, I'm going in with Angel Samples Cosmetics in the shade Light eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for my concealer just to apply that on my lid. And if you don't want to, you can use your finger. But just go all over the lid. It's gonna create a sticky surface for the shadow to stick to. And because I'm a poop friend, I can't find her eyeshadow palette that I bought so long ago. But I'm gonna use colors similar. But I'm gonna use my Angel Samples Cosmetics blending brush. It is super fluffy, and I'm going in with this color here. It is going to act as a really nice transition shade. But it's matte, and it's super light, like a light cream-ish color. And I'm gonna blend that into my crease. And I can kind of bring that high if I need to. I don't have to worry about it because it is light. Going in with the same brush, I'm gonna go into this color here. It is another matte brown, but it is a little bit darker, but I'm going to put that in the same area, but not go quite as high. but start off in the corner of your eye. Now that those colors are laid down, I'm gonna go in with a smaller blending brush, such as this by Ruby. And I'm gonna go in with this other darker matte brown color to just add some definition in the corner of my eye. And now for the finishing touch with your eye. I'm going in with just like a light shimmer shade, this one right here. And I'm just gonna use a regular shadow brush. And I'm going to pat it on my lid and not mess up my blend. Pat, 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 pat. With pageant makeup, you wanna keep it like kind of neutral brown, but also dramatic, if that makes any sense. But I'm gonna go right underneath my brow, like my eyebrow, like just a little bit, just to give a little bit of a highlight. So I'm not gonna line my eyes yet on the top. I am gonna line the bottom, and I'm not going in with black because you kind of wanna be softer, more blown out for a pageant. I am going to use this, it's a gel liner by Appeal. It's brown, like chocolate brown, and I'm just gonna go into my waterline with that color. And if people have an aversion to like putting things in their eye, like just pull it down a little bit so you can't see it. Now that the majority of our eyes are done, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with foundation, and what other else than the Angel Samples Cosmetics foundation. I really like this one. So this one is comparable to like MAC Studio Fix Fluid or like Makeup Forever, the HD. I really like this one. This one is in the color FK114. I always go tanner, especially on my pageant girls, because you usually have a spray tan. And then I will lighten it up with concealer if need be. But I'm just gonna kind of, I am just putting it all over my face. Just making sure to cover up those areas of imperfection that I don't want to be seen. And this is 2 pumps. I'm gonna go in with a wet beauty sponge. This one is by Real Techniques, but it is wet and it's super soft. And I'm just gonna pounce away. And I do pouncing rather than smearing so it doesn't like pick up the product and take it away. Because you don't want to, like, you want to be able to like put it all over. You don't want to pick up the product. You want it to be on your face. You also want to be like super kind of like delicate around your eyebrows because you don't want to mess up what all you've done. So just kind of, you know, pounce lightly around. And you also want to make sure that your neck is going to match your face. So make sure to bring it down onto your neck. And I honestly thought I was tanner than what I was, but I guess my spray tan is pretty much all gone. So that's pretty fun. So now I'm going back in with the same concealing cream that we used to sharpen up our eyebrows. And I'm gonna use it to add concealer and to lighten up my face where I need to lighten it up. So I really want my eyes to stand out. So I'm bringing lightness around them so people will focus on them, which is super important, especially when you're up on stage. And then to match the rest of your foundation with your neck so you don't look so crazy, you want to hit the high planes of your face. Take your same beauty blender, beauty sponge, and just blend it out. And again, we're pouncing, not smearing, because we don't want to lift up the coverage. And if you're ever like, whoa, Nelly, like that is so light, just kind of go back in with the other part with your foundation on and just kind of pat over those light areas. Just to blend it in even more. Now to set all of that, because as soon as you put a liquid on, you want to set it with a powder because you don't want creases, you don't want to look old up on the stage. I'm going in with, again, Angel Samples Cosmetics loose powder, just with like a big powder brush. And just setting all of that so it doesn't move. And what I love about this concealer, it really doesn't move underneath your eyes, which, hello, I'm getting older. And we all fight with that, but just make sure to really set it with powder so it definitely won't move. Can you tell me an angel are friends? I mean, this hair. But now that we are all set, I'm going in with, of course, Angel Samples cheek palette. And I'm gonna use this one to contour. She doesn't like this one to contour because she says it's too red. However, I don't mind it. It also just kind of warms it up so that you really see more definition into your face. So I'm going into my hairline. I'm going into my temples, pointing down to the like corners of my mouth. Because I want to look like I have high cheekbones. And then underneath, like onto my jawline. Let's get rid of this. So you can tell like a huge difference. Like here I am contoured versus not. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this hair is giving me life, honey. But another trick of the trade to sharpen up your contour, take your loose powder, take your wet beauty sponge, doesn't matter. You can use like the pointy side or this side. I'm gonna use the flatter side. Add some powder to it. And look how skinny I'm about to look. And so I'm just gonna kind of leave that baking while I finish everything else up. Now for blush, I'm going in with the Angel Samples cheek palette, and I'm gonna use this one. This color is super reminiscent of like NARS Orgasm, and it is like my all-time favorite blush. But I'm just gonna kind of hit that right on top of the contour, kind of on the apples of my cheeks. You ain't even ready. So peachy. Ooh. So because of you're usually wearing your makeup and like the bright lights and everything like that, you're sweating, you're in your swimsuit, you're doing whatever, or what, I don't know, your talent, I don't know. I don't necessarily love putting highlight on just because you sometimes can sweat. So go easy on the highlight. I kind of do more matte. I just feel, because you're gonna have your own natural highlight as you start to sweat. And so again, my friend Angel is coming out with her own lashes, or she has her own lashes, but these are the ones that she's kind of thinking about bringing out that she gave me to try, so I'm trying them. Names, I don't know. If it's not Megan, we're gonna have issues, but these are the ones we're gonna use for this look. I feel like they're super pageant-y, and there you go. So that is on. This is pre-eyeliner, mascara, and everything. But I'm using hair bonding glue that you can get from like your local like wig store, whatever. But I'm just adding like a thin layer to this, and it is black, so you have to be precise, but there's no drying time, and I like it for pageants because you usually are kind of rushing and busting it out. Putting it on yourself, grab a pair of tweezers, make sure there's no stickiness in them because you don't want to place it and then have it pull back off. So, get up in your mirror, roll nice and close, and place it from above right in the center. And I didn't even listen to my own stupid instructions. I got it too close to the glue. Ugh. So, try again. Come from up top. And then place accordingly. Pro tip on the lashes, if at any point in time you are getting poked anywhere, if they feel awful, like you'll feel them, they'll feel heavy, but if at any point in time you feel poking, it doesn't hurt right now, but it will hurt later. It will make your eye water and you'll ruin your makeup. So, pro tip, take it off, redo it, because trust me, you don't want to get on stage and it's really hurting and your lash is like winging off because your eye keeps watering. So, take it off, re-glue it, usually you do better. In order to make your lash look a little bit more natural, I'm going in with Inglot Black Gel Liner. It is super duper black with a liner brush, and I'm just gonna go over top of that lash line just to kind of hide that band so it looks really good. So to finish up your eyeballs, you want to go ahead and smoke out the bottom. I'm just gonna use the same colors that we used on for eyeshadow on the bottom. And just go right underneath. Now I am taking a lighter color, frosty color, and I'm going to use a small shader brush to place that color right in the corner of my eye, to bring lightness, just to kind of give you a real like fresh, doughy pageant vibe. Like, I am so fresh faced, I'm killing the game. Going in with Angel Samples mascara, I'm just gonna coat my lashes to blend my natural lash in with my fake lashes. And this is where your fake lashes will start to feel better if they were just feeling kind of funky. And my lips are so daggone dry, so I'm just putting like a lip serum on to moisturize my lips before I put any lipstick, whatever on, because there's nothing worse than having crusty lips. You can't get a good clean line, and with pageant lips, they're super important. You want those nice, big, full lips. Vaseline will do. Or chapstick, just whatever, just coat your lips. So for the perfect pageant lip, you want to overline in with a darker brown nude shade with a lighter lipstick color nude in the center. I'm using Angel Samples Cosmetics Sweet Spice. And it literally is a perfect pageant lip. I got crackhead lips, friends. And it would probably be helpful if you shaved your mustache before you did this, because my lip liner keeps getting caught on my mustache hairs. Pro tip. Going in with Angel Samples Cosmetics in the color Inspire, I am using a brush just so I can control how much I blend in my lip liner. I want these big luscious lips, okay? Ooh, and there you have it. Make sure to dust off the excess, and you're done. Thank you for tuning in to my tutorial in pageant prep questions. See you on stage.
So tell me, Megan, what has been the hardest part preparing for this pageant?
Honestly, I would say lack of champagne and no Doritos. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So tell me, how did you prepare for this pageant?
Wow, that's a good question. Thanks for asking. But for this pageant, I actually bought 2 pairs of Spanx and a girdle. Suck me in real tight. Yeah. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. That's how I prepare for this pageant.
Are you involved in any sports?
I don't know karate, but I know crazy.
Who is your biggest role model?
That's a good one, and that's easy. Cardi B. Oh,
If you could have dinner with one person, who would that one person be?
okay, so hear me out. Listen. Britney Spears, for one, I believe she needs to be rescued. I would take her out to dinner and I would rescue her because clearly she is being held imprisoned in her own home. Clearly, homegirl wants to hang out in Louisiana driving her minivan, teaching cheer at whatever local gymnastics. So listen, this is what we would do. I would invite her out to Applebee's, which I know that she would love. We would have her $5 margaritas / daiquiris. I think she's more of like a daiquiri kind of girl. She would get cheese fries. I would get mozzarella sticks. They're BOGO appetizers for happy hour. And we would get extra ranch, and then we would plan our escape then.
You have given this a lot of thought. Name one thing you're most proud of.
I can rap all of the verses from Kanye West's song Monster. Pink wig, thick, give him whiplash. I think big, get cash, make him blink fast. Now look at what you just saw. This is what you live for. I'm a monster.
Why do you want to be the next Mrs. America?
Just want to show those other I can win. I don't want to do the job with it. I just want to show all the other contestants that I can beat them.
What will be the first thing you do after you win?
I would cash in on all my prizes ASAP.
Why should we pick you over any other contestant?
Seriously? Have you not seen this? I mean, pop. Oh. Pop, 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 pop. Next question.
What are some charitable contributions you've done?
I gave this ugly guy my phone number one time.
So, Megan, tell me where you see yourself in the next 5 years.
I'm rich,